McEnelly versus Aeoden Sinclair. What are you seeing in this matchup?
Well, these guys have wrestled each other a lot. Look back at the summer. They wrestled at the U.S. Open. McEnelly got late score to win, and then they followed that up with a 3-match series at the U20 World Team Trials where Max McEnelly came out and won the 2 matches to make the World Team. He went on to win U20 World Gold, but Sinclair is just really talented. We saw him yesterday score like 7 or 8 different types of attacks. He's got a great arm drag. McEnelly's kind of famous for that right single leg, and what we saw on the freestyle side of things was McEnelly getting to the leg, but if Sinclair was able to get to a scramble or jump over the top or set the corner, kind of gave McEnelly a little bit of fit. So if you're McEnelly, one thing they're really focused on is when I get to that leg, I got to shelf it right away. So when I take my single, and he does a great job already, but he shoots to a finishing position. Shoot to the finishing position, get that foot shelf, get it up in the air, avoid that scramble. But if you're Sinclair, get into some chaotic situations. You're really good at scrambling. Make McEnelly wrestle in position he's not that comfortable in.
Both these wrestlers really like to shoot kind of below the knee, low ankle shots, either whether it's low single or ankle pick or kind of a low double. But a lot of times the key to finishing those is capturing, if you do go single, capturing that far leg so you can quickly double off and not get into a prolonged scramble. And Aeoden Sinclair is going to have more than a takedown lead in the last 30 seconds before I think Missouri fans are going to feel comfortable. Right, about him winning. Not even just because of their history and what McEnelly's been able to do late against Sinclair, but because there might be no one better in the country at a last-second sprint when they're moving than Max McEnelly. And he just has such a good feel for timing, knowing when a guy's going to step, knowing when a guy's going to reach, and when to fire his attacks. It's a thing of beauty.
One thing that McEnelly does a great job at is his setup is over the course of an entire match. We always talk about, like, you set up to your shot. His setup is his fakes and his motion and his stab at the leg. And sometimes that takes him 4 or 5 minutes, maybe even 6, maybe even to overtime until he capitalizes on it. But he's always in good position, fundamentally sound with his stance. You see those little fakes there, in and out, in and out, in and out, taking ground. And then when he feels it, he'll pop right into it. So this setup of his, it takes minutes. It's a prolonged setup, but he's always in good position. He's never reaching. He's in a good stance, and he's really heavy on that left leg lead. So when he's ready to go, he's like a spring. He pops right into a single leg.
30 seconds to go. Not much happening here in the first 2.5 minutes. Sinclair's tried to get to that underhook once or twice, but McEnelly doing a good job of not letting him get to it deep. That does it for the first period. Sinclair has decision, and they're going to put him underneath right away. And you don't feel like a scoreless first period really favors either guy. Sometimes in a matchup like this, it's like, oh, wow, he's playing his game. I think they're both kind of, this is what they anticipated throughout this match.
Well, the margins for error are so thin. Both these guys are extremely elite. If you make a mistake early and you give these guys any time to score points, it just makes it really hard to come back. So it's going to be very calculated. You notice both of the guys. It's a calculated hand fight. Always trying to make sure your hands are where you want them. If they're not there, I'm going to pop back out of it, snap back out of it, and try to create some distance. So it's kind of like a cat and mouse game here, and you're kind of just waiting for one guy to go until you see that action.
Now, a lot of times when you see kind of one point, once you hit the second period, one guy fires off a committed attack, and that kind of gets the ball rolling, and then things open up a little bit more.
Yeah, we'll see. Whoever makes that first attack, like you said, typically that action will start rolling after it. But yeah, you're almost waiting to see which guy takes the first shot. See a little bit. And interesting too that Sinclair's lead leg is where McEnelly likes to shoot. McEnelly's keying in on Sinclair's left leg, and he's not keeping it back, and it's just he's comfortable in his stance, and that's where he's also comfortable defensively. Nicely, Sinclair, great re-attack into the takedown with 45 seconds left. Can he commit to a little bit of a ride?
And you were talking about McEnelly keying in on that left leg of Sinclair, but it was actually the other leg. He shot you there. Sinclair felt it. Beautiful re-attack.
Well, he popped right in that single, and his head popped up for an easy takedown. He didn't try to finish a single leg on the mat. He got a single, popped his head up, kind of almost like a duck under motion, and got that takedown. Now, extremely important for Sinclair. These are championship reps. Go get this 30-second ride out. Make your life easier in the third period by committing to the hard ride here. If you're McEnelly, get your escape, you're right back in the match. But this escape is crucial in this match.
Sinclair trying to ride, but McEnelly cuts and turns, earns his escape with 30 seconds to go in the second.
And now we'll see if this kind of heats McEnelly up. You took an attack. Sinclair keyed in on it. He got that re-attack. Don't let that discourage you from continuing to attack, because you got to go get another takedown at some point. We imagine this third period he's going to go down, get his escape, and come down to this third period.
But again, also conversely for McEnelly, it's like you're comfortable here because you've been here against Sinclair multiple times.
Yeah, this isn't a foreign feeling for him.
Right.
In almost every match, he's felt that over the summer. And it's a little different with freestyle. You don't have the push out to help you, but you're going to start to see him really start to pick up his motion. Fakes, get Sinclair to reach, take your pressure, reach, and then watch for him to pop on the elbow. He'll take his right hand, he'll post on the elbow, and then he'll go to that righty single and swing into his finish. So I imagine we're going to see a lot more pace from McEnelly here as soon as he gets that escape, committing right to this action. Maybe it's a fake to the left side where he just shot and then coming back to his number one, but he's got to open up Sinclair. Sinclair's done just a really good job of keeping distance, using his hands to keep distance, keep him at bay, never letting him get into his motion with his fakes and posts.
Good follow there by Sinclair.
And one thing, this is big. I always call this shortening the period. If you're Sinclair and you know McEnelly's really good on your feet, can you shorten the period by riding hard on top? If I can ride for up to 45 seconds, a minute 20, now I don't have to evade as long in neutral. So if I can shorten this period on top, I make it harder for McEnelly because he doesn't have enough time. If I give him the escape right away, he's got almost a full minute 45 to work. So can I shorten the period, make it easier on myself on my feet, and then just focus on my control tie? And even that, you may look, it's only 11 seconds, but can I continue to get that and then get to a breakdown? So I can get him to the edge, get my breakdown, then I can start to let that riding time accumulate and get that clock down. It's all about shortening this period if you're Sinclair.
That's McEnelly's second call. Oh, that's his third.
That's a big point. That is a really big point. A little bit of a mistake by McEnelly, but he knows that he's got to get the first move, and that's why you see him trying to get any advantage that he can. But big point for Sinclair. Up 5-1 now with 25 seconds of riding time. He really wants to get that minute of riding time. They take him out of bounds. Out of bounds before the escape. Minnesota might challenge this.
I don't think that'd be wise.
I think they were out.
I think so too.
He's nickel and diming it. He's taking 5 seconds here, 5 seconds not here, and now he's got 31 seconds of riding time. If he can get that over a minute, that's huge.
The way this is going, that's going to take about 4 more restarts. Sinclair just persistent on top.
If you're McEnelly, you're doing a good job getting your feet, but you got to stay in the center. As you're coming up, don't let your chest get high so that Sinclair can drive through. Get up to your feet, find your hips, start fighting hands, and stay in the center of the mat.
There, this time he's staying low, trying to run the feet. Sinclair somehow can just follow and get behind, though.
And he's using that edge to his advantage. Every time they start to get to the edge, you can just take him out. This is textbook riding in the third period. This is textbook shortening the period by Sinclair. And it's starting to mess with McEnelly's head. It's like, man, I keep getting my feet, I can't get out. What do I got to do different? But you just got to be consistent. You're down by 5. You're down 5-1. Get my escape. Go get a takedown to tie this up.
Big restart here with 11 seconds until Sinclair has a minute of riding time. Lift and return from Sinclair. McEnelly again back up to his feet, but again out of bounds, and there's a stall call. on Sinclair.
And it's a stall call, but you'll take that stall
Yes.
call, right? You'll take that stall call to keep yourself on the mat, right? And you probably don't want to give up another one because he's going to end up probably getting this escape, but you're over a minute of riding time, and that just gives you a little bit more breathing room. And we know you need all the breathing room that you can get against McEnelly late.
Really impressive stuff here on top from Aeoden Sinclair as he just continues to pick McEnelly up, put him down, use the boundary to his advantage.
Yeah, talked about shortening the period. Now there's 1:01 left. So imagine at any point when McEnelly gets his takedown, he's got to go right away. He doesn't have enough time to waste, and that's because Sinclair has done a good job of shortening this period. You see him kind of switching up, chopping on that left side. He was lining up on the right side the whole time. Big mat return. Stay in, stay in. Don't let him go out. Kick that foot out. This is huge for Sinclair.
He might get this right out here.
This is championship ride right here.
Look at him keeping that toe in. Oh, and that will get him called for stalling. I don't think Sinclair likes it. I think he thought, hey, you got to give me like 5 seconds there. I'm keeping my toe. I'll take it out.
Well, and here's
when
the
I know
situation.
it's coming.
He kept going back to the same thing. So, and that's the ref seeing. He's like, I know what you're doing, and I'm going to have to hit you. But he's up 5-2. He's got 1:37 riding time. If he cuts him and McEnelly gets his escape, he'll be up 5-3. He might just commit to trying to get this ride because really you could give up 2 more stall calls and still win. You could give 3 more stall calls and still win this match because you got riding time.
2 rolling around now on the mat. This is maybe McEnelly's best opportunity right here. There's the escape. Escape with 14 seconds to go. The score is 6-3 with riding time. McEnelly gets a takedown and a ride-out. We head to overtime. No takedown, obviously Sinclair wins. A takedown and an escape, Sinclair wins.
Look for McEnelly to fake hard, go post to the single. That's his best shot.
Sinclair can give up 1 stall, not 2. Sinclair doing a good job keeping distance, and Aeoden Sinclair, the takedown, the top game. Really incredible performance from Aeoden Sinclair. He wins this one 6-3 with almost 2 minutes of riding time.
Well, we're talking a lot about McEnelly's attacks. Sinclair, great shutdown defense, re-attack for the takedown, but it was the ride. That's the story of this match. Almost the whole third period ride.